Going on, Tristan?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's it going, bro?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good day so far.
Yeah, yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah,
So,
same over here. Last stop of the day for me, and then big day. I'm just trying to make sure I go in tomorrow with the best like cold calling approach. I'm trying to. The data source I was using doesn't seem very good, and then paid ads is great, but it's not near as scalable as a cold calling strategy because then you can just take on as many salespeople as you want, as long as you have the right process for them. So that's what
yeah.
I'm working on cracking. What are you working on these days?
So I'm in the middle of hiring just scaling my sales team up right now. So
Hmm.
we're looking for a sales manager, kind of for the same purposes. So
Hmm.
we got like we had five SDRs, we have three now, and then we had
Hmm.
four AEs and we have two now. And it's just
Okay.
it's a hassle, like hiring and
It's the
ramp
worst,
up.
bro. Managing the sales seems like the worst part of the business.
Yeah, that's why it's like I know
Yeah.
it's expensive to find
Yeah.
someone, but it's almost worth it because they're like just focused on that and only that. So
Hmm. Yeah. I came up in like, in a digital marketing agency doing cold calling. So I know how to run the sales team. So there's no one better than me to crack it for my business. And then
yeah,
eventually we could have a manager. But are you guys doing paid ads or how are you getting the leads in?
yeah. So we do paid ads right now.
Hmm.
So we do lead magnets. That's the first. So we have like a agent recruiting secrets ebook for the brokers.
Hmm.
And then I do a lead gen secrets ebook for agents to pull them in.
Hmm.
And then I have a VSL that tries to book them on a call directly. And then if they don't book a call, our SDRs are working those leads. We were doing
Yep.
cold outbound for a while, but honestly, I don't even know why we stopped. I mean,
It's, I mean, if you have commission-based salespeople and they're doing cold outbound, it's like, you know,
yeah, yeah,
it's
exactly.
really
Well, we
nice.
were we were paying them actually. I think that was so we moved a couple of them over to our warm leads, but
I
yeah,
get
it's
enough people that come through my community that are willing to do it for free, and so that's the one good thing. Um, I'm trying to do. Obviously, I do a ton of organic and do a ton of stuff on YouTube. So I'm hoping one day that'll be able to replace. That I can automate that side. Just have the traffic come in, and then I can group close them. That'll be the easiest way.
Yeah, there's that. I was in his program for a little bit, Ravi, scaling with systems. He seems like he's got a
Hmm.
pretty good YouTube
Hmm.
thing set up going for him. I don't even see his ads anymore. So
I know who you're talking about. I think. But yeah, bro. So I'm trying to crack that. The hard parts with the cold is you got to have the mobile number of the owners. It's got to be like a small enough company where you can get them if you call the front. It's just so hard to get through gatekeepers. That's
yeah,
the great thing about paid ads is no gatekeepers.
yeah,
That's the best thing about it.
yeah.
Um, but it's expensive as fuck. Ads and sales team has always been the two biggest expenses of all my businesses. So,
Oh yeah, I mean
um,
our sales team, even with like it adds up. I mean, we got
hmm.
when you got like 10 reps and you're pumping
Hmm.
out like 15 to 20K in ads just to feed it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a machine.
If you could replace that, we talked about some real cash.
We're trying to replace I mean not replace, we're trying like some AI callers. We're gonna see how that goes.
Hmm.
I just bought a couple. I'm using Simple Talk, so I'm not sure how that's
Yeah,
gonna go.
I'm familiar with Simple Talk. We have like a course for setting them up, and that was one of the ones we used at first. Um, I think they may have made some upgrades recently, but Bland is way more control of the conversation than Simple Talk. Like a workflow style conversation builder. And if you just like look up a couple of videos of how they're look up Bland pathways, you'll like see it for 3 minutes and be like, holy shit, this is way better.
Bland?
Yeah. Bland is the main one I've been using for like 6 months or more.
And does it work pretty well?
Yeah, we came from Simple Talk. So it was Air, Simple Talk, and then we went to Bland.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
Air AIs are they it was is
I don't think they're around anymore. I'm
yeah,
not
they
sure.
were he was the main guy was working out of my apartment. He had like
What's
his
his
whole
name?
shoot, I don't even remember his name. I just remember they all
Yeah,
had their hats on. They'd all be in the lobby, the air hats and
those fuckers.
yeah.
They got me good. Um, So I was gonna pull up Bland. Well, just look up YouTube with a Bland pathway video, and you'll
Blend
see.
pathway.
You know what? I need to make a YouTube video about that. Then again, I'm really not trying to push the. When I take on a small business, I use it for myself. I use Bland for outbound, but it's like most businesses don't even really need it. There's that much. I'd say it books some appointments, but not incredibly better than a text message with a booking link. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and it's just so much harder to set up and manage. But um, tell me, did you speak to your team? Were you looking? I think you were trying to see if they would be interested in having that application. Um, we've got some guides for setting up Bland with it, with our application and Simple Talk. But I think you guys said you were using N8N and already had an integration done, right?
Yeah, I paid some guys to use N8N for SMS. They just finalized that. They only did it on one sub account for me.
Okay.
And then we
Is it
just
way
paid,
cheaper than Lead Connector or something?
um, no, it was a 5K setup. Um,
So why N8N instead of just Lead Connector?
I don't know. I thought N8N would be better, to be honest. But
Um, just than texting us. So N8N I know is the integration platform, and I'm assuming they integrated a third party SMS platform into your high level with it.
yeah, it was like directly tied with yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. I have to log in. Like they did the build out and everything. I was
Must be
originally
cheaper.
using, yeah, I was
Yeah.
using the lead connector originally, but I don't know. Like I need something that like follows up with the leads more. I guess I could have just done an automation for it, but I kind of wanted to just take that workload off of myself.
Yeah.
I just kind of my friends they work on like AI employees and N8N,
Hmm.
so I just
Well,
ran with
cool.
it. I mean, I got one booking. They weren't too qualified, but hopefully we'll get more
Are you talking
bookings
about
out.
are you talking about cold SMS or texting your pat old leads?
It's texting my leads.
Yeah. Dude, I've never had any kind of reactivation work as well. So I probably have 4,800 people that are still opted in. And these are all Facebook leads. So it's a fuck ton of leads that I have in there.
Yeah.
Um, but I get like three or at least three, sometimes more like five, new people that come onto my meeting every single time. And I text it 3 times. I text my old list 3 times a week, and I get 3 to 5 new shows per time I do it. And so it's a lot. But it's just from putting them all in the community, and then they've all gotten the rhythm of it. They know I'm doing trainings 3 times a week, and that I got the idea from going to the high level summit, and there was a guy up there talking about like just emailing your list consistently, and he was talking about the strategy for properly warming your domains and this and that, and he talked about how like if once you start really hitting your list a lot with value, because I know you can text your list and give them kind of like, hey, would you? I know we spoke to you XYZ ago. Did you ever get that figured out? You can have that conversation once or twice, a year, maybe like every 3 months. But with the way I'm doing it, and if you're just doing value based emails or events like I do, you can milk that list so much better. And the way it is like everybody who opted in, they're probably going to use that service at some point. It's just like when are they going to do it, and who are they going to do it with? And if you stay top of mind from your whole list, that's like the effect that I'm seeing. Like 40 to 50% of my revenue coming from my old list.
Oh
I haven't
wow.
ran ads in months, so and it's not crazy numbers. I think I brought on like 15 new clients last month. 8,500 recurring, but I don't have any sales team and I'm not running ads. And so like, you
That's
know,
pretty good.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what I
take
mean?
that any day. Yeah.
Um, but I want to juice it up and I want to get a cold outbound strategy. Eventually, I want to get back into paid ads, but I spent a fuck ton on ads for AI voice, and I think now my offer is good and my churn rate's going to be straight. But I'm just like, I need to milk those leads that I still have until I get enough to start running ads again. To be honest,
Yeah.
so
I was gonna ask you what's your main offer? I mean, I hopped on, I didn't even know. I got a random text. Honestly, I must have
mhm.
opted into an ad. Ended up on
Yeah,
your live stream Saturday. Like what's your main offer? Like how do you help like agencies and stuff?
Best thing to see is like, so we do any kind of GoHighLevel setup. We can set up like the community flows that we have. We do a standard GoHighLevel setup with AI employee. So AI booking over all the channels plus inbound voice, and then whatever else they need. So pretty much like a standard digital marketing agency, just with the AI fully set up in high level. So like one to for agencies, it's different than a small business. For agencies, we do hourly packs, and then they get like 3 to 30 hours a month typically, and they can use that for setting up their sub accounts or support for their sub accounts, whatever it is. Um, we can also quote custom automations and stuff like that, kind of like it sounds like those guys did for you, where we set up things in N8N, Zapier, or Make. And then on the small business side, I finally niched down into attorneys. So I think that was the main problem with it's another problem with stickiness. When you're serving agencies, they usually get set up what they need, and then it's not going to be like a long term thing.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think it's going to be much stickier now that I'm going down into attorneys, and I'm also able to charge a lot more since agencies know what it's worth and know how long it takes. I charge 100 an
Yeah.
hour, down to 50 an hour if they buy enough hours a month. But when I'm dealing with a small business owner, you can get it to where it's 2 or 3 hours a month, and you can charge them 1,000 a month, at most.
Yeah, that's
So
what we're doing for the real estate brokerage industry. So we
yeah,
have all of them on like 1,000 a month, but they stay because we feed back the email through GoHighLevel. We set up their AI employee, all their landing pages, their meta ads, like everything funnels through our
yeah,
CRM. So like
the same thing we do.
once they have it set up, they're like they don't want to leave. So
Yeah.
our goal, yeah, our goal is to get to like 1,000 brokers, and I mean, it's a smaller market, 100,000 brokers in the nation.
Hmm.
So yeah.
That's so good. Thousands awesome. I used to work with attorneys when I was working in the digital marketing agency. So that's been we did real estate. I sold torch for web.com, and then I started doing attorneys after torch closed down. And so all I used to do is go on Zillow and then go down to the most expensive areas in Florida and Cali, and then pull the the premier realtors on Zillow and call them. And so that was how I would cold call for brokerages and realtors. Um, with attorneys, I would call and just be like, I'm calling about the XYZ account. So we'd know what website company they were currently using. I'd be like, I'm calling about the Town Square account. And they'd pass us through to the owner. And I'd be like, yeah, I wanted to ask you about the account, see if they're doing SEO for you because I see that XYZ is ranking above you. Are you paying them for SEO? And then that would work sometimes and not work sometimes. Sometimes the gatekeeper would catch you. What strategy do you guys use to get through gatekeepers to the realtors? Do you get the data of their actual direct numbers somehow, or?
Yeah, I just used Apollo, so I found every so we just talk directly with the real estate brokerage owners, and the thing with our industry is there's not that many gatekeepers because a lot of them are kind of like mom and pop brokerages.
Yeah,
So usually their cell phone number is their business number.
right.
Like if we look up broker owner, real estate broker owner on LinkedIn, like most of them are direct cell phones.
Hmm.
We've had a couple, but all you have to do is really like for us, we just have to set up a call with like the recruiter for that company, and if they like it, they'll usually pass it on to the owner.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple big accounts that we're on rolling that we're getting signed up right now. They have like hundreds of offices, but it's like, yeah, it took time, like just building
You
that
know,
relationship with the recruiter first.
I'm wondering if I need to try something similar with these big, because I'm running into a lot of bigger firms, so I can't get straight to the owner, and I would be totally fine pitching the marketing manager or whoever it is. Um, yeah, I just want to pick your brain a little bit on that. I may try that with the attorneys. So, are you looking for any like done for you support for your agency? I mean, it sounds like you guys are pretty well versed in setting things up. It sounded like maybe the only thing that could be valuable would be the integration apps, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure. You
I
tell
just
me.
yeah, I really wanted to get involved in your community. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know what I don't know right now, like with the AI
Hmm.
stuff. I mean, we have an AI employee that's basically it's working for the broker owners, but I just want to make it better. And then
Yeah.
I think you said some stuff about fulfillment too, right?
Hmm. We can help set up your sub for you and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just wanted to learn. I mean, I don't really understand the whole process behind it.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm open to the fulfillment side too. Like I feel like there's a lot of moving parts right now. Like we recently just bulked all of our support emails into one email. So it's like success@moderndayBrokerage.com.
Mhm.
And we have like 10 VAs working out of it. But like I also want to streamline because I've been trying to leverage AI a little bit more. So like when a broker signs up, the first thing I help them with is like their offer. Like what do you
Mhm.
offer as a real estate brokerage? I want to have an agent that like transcribes everything that I talk about with them on that video and then
Mhm.
prompts ChatGPT to go do like some deep research on their
Mhm.
market and then present a new offer that would stand out in their market. Like I'm trying to think of like ways to automate stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, that's one of the main things. And then like even if we had like an email bot, branding bot, just different stuff like that. I'm that's where I'm really looking. I'm just trying to make our product better, honestly, at the moment, and then maybe tighten
Mhm.
up our fulfillment.
So the way we do it is we give you a white label onboarding form, and then we can create like a domain on yours. It's like it could be an alternate email, or we could just have our team in your success email, for instance. Um, this is if we're doing fulfillment. We would basically take over those VA's job. It sounds like is what you're suggesting. Um, for automating those other kinds of projects, you can really make a Loom video and send it to me, and I'll give it to my team. Well, you make a Loom video and then put it in the IT request inside of our community, and the team can quote like they'll map out the plan for automating that process, and they'll quote it out for you. It'll be a certain number of hours. There'll be milestones, and we do things like that. So
Okay.
you'd want to break down each one of those processes that you're describing and how your team does it in a Loom, and then just submit a ticket, and we'll get a quote back to you right away, usually the next day.
Okay.
As long as you've got people doing these things already and you can tell us, how you guys do the research, then we can definitely set AI up to do the same thing.
Yeah, because I want to start upselling. So, like, we have a lead gen service that we offer to the agents that are at their brokerage. So,
Mm-hmm.
essentially, the brokers become salespeople for our lead gen company because they want them
Mm-hmm.
to produce more deals anyways. So, I'm trying to
Right.
find a way with the AI. Like, if we get their offer and then we say, hey, this is your offer right now, but if you had our lead gen services, here's how your
Mm-hmm.
offer would look. And then if they agree to it, we can white label the lead gen. They start pitching our
Right.
Facebook services. But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a lot of it could be automated. So I mean that's kind of the main stuff. I would say like the fulfillment side, we just have like too many VAs right now. I have like 10 of them, 10 or 12 of them, just
Mm-hmm.
doing a bunch of stuff that I just don't think we need that many people for at this point anymore.
It
Just
sounds it sounds like a lot. First off, I would say you're getting them way cheaper than our hourly rate is. My team's very efficient. They all know what they're doing. They're all very well trained. But if you have like that many hours of work that needs to be done, which you may, if you have 10 VAs, you know, the lowest rate we go is 50 an hour. And you're probably paying what, $4 an hour?
yeah.
So you're good. I mean, my team can work in tandem with your team and they can help, guide them or, assist when they don't have the skill set to complete whatever it is. But it sounds like you got a pretty big team. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have most of the skill sets covered.
Yeah, we do. I thought it was more towards like you guys build out based off the hours. Do you guys build like fulfillment bots and stuff?
Um, we can automate processes, yeah. So if you wanted to, so we can actually do the work your BAs are doing, but we can also automate or get a project quote together for automating one of those tasks that's involved in your fulfillment, like you were describing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that
That's
that
probably
does
where I'd
sound.
be leaning more towards is like, hey, here's some stuff I want to streamline. Um,
Hmm.
that's probably where I'm leaning towards the most.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
we've got some courses on setting up the conversational AI and the voice and the everything inside a high level, um, the best way you can. I don't know if your VAs would like to make use of that, or if you guys want to go ahead and get access into the community, or if you just want to start with us quoting out one of these projects. Either way is totally good with me.
Okay, what is it? What does it look like to be in the community?
So you get the 3 coaching calls. You get to come an hour earlier, and you can get help with whatever you need. You can send your team there to get help with whatever you need. If you're having any trouble with anything, it would be done in 𝗲𝗄𝗄 or in 𝗀𝗵𝗻𝗃 in 8N. You guys get IT support, or at least you do. You can submit tickets, and it's okay if your team does, just not all your clients into our IT support, and we'll answer those anytime. You get our Zapier and Make applications that have over 100 actions. You get our courses and snapshots, which basically we've got some for integrating third-party AI voice systems and stuff like 𝗄𝗏𝗆chat, but the new one, it covers everything in 𝗲𝗄𝗄. Because what I find is that's just the easiest to deploy, and I don't want to complicate the onboarding or fulfillment for my clients' accounts. It hasn't been worth it in my experience so far. So, maybe after they've been established for a while, then I'd throw in voice, but in the beginning, I'm just like, stick with what's in 𝗲𝗄𝗄, easy to set up, just the inbound voice. And so the snapshot's based on that. We've got a quick, 20-minute total setup for the voice and the conversational AI to be ready to go. And then, I'm guessing you guys are probably pretty versed even in the conversational AI at this point. Are you in that native 𝗲𝗄𝗄?
Yeah, I have like personalities and plates. Is that the main thing? Like just updating the personalities and
Well, so there's with the conversational AI, I guess there's kind of 2 ways you can set it up. One is using the autopilot and the agents in that view, and the other way is having more sophisticated flows in workflow. So that's how we have it set up. So we've got basically call it like a shallow and then a deep AI setup. The deep AI setup is going to be checking for tags and conditions to determine which prompt to use. So it might be a different prompt for a client that's filled his onboarding form already versus a client who hasn't filled his onboarding form versus a non-client. And so let you handle all types of scenarios. And so we have both setup guides. Are you guys already doing a deep setup like in workflow, or are you using?
No, yeah, we don't use any AI internally. That's probably something that I would like to start doing.
Our deep AI setup will give you guys the basics, and that's something that's in our course. And that's also something we could map out, like for your base snapshot, we could map one out and create it for real estate brokers. And you can have, they're all going to have similar scenarios to deal with. There are similar things that documents they have to collect in a closing process, and all these stages can be broken out. And then once you have your template built out, this deploys just as easily as the snapshot to click and print. And so
I think that's along the lines more of like what you're saying right now. That's what I need to do. I need to start. Because if I do that, our clients are going to be blown away. Like when they see like all this stuff built out, like even when I saw your workflows, I'm like, wow, like I don't have anything like that. If I had those built out for our clients, it would be a game changer. Like they'll never want to leave, especially if we automate that for them.
So where it would start, and I do think that's the most valuable thing for you, even more so than your internal automations for 𝗀𝗏𝗃. I think if you can just map out some things that are easy to deploy in 𝗲𝗄𝗄 to these real estate agents, you're going to get further. You can do some of these things for yourself too. But if you would just make a Loom video, talk about the research bots you want us to make for you, talk about, I guess you might want to write this down first, but map out all the different scenarios that your real estate brokers deal with. So like a non-client or, a first-time person reaching out to the firm versus a client or someone who's already in a closing process reaching out. What are the documents that they need to collect? What are the different scenarios that they could be trying to get help with? Then you can start to automate those different scenarios.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we can map it out for you and set it up from there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then it might be more of a one-time project, and that's kind of why I'm like, I need to get back into small business too. But I'm still happy to help you. I'm still really good at it, so it's like I'm never gonna close my agency side. And then when I get a project like that, one of the things is like you'll probably use my code somewhere for AI employee or something, and that gives me a little bit of residual over time. I'm hoping that I can just draw traffic from YouTube and get a bunch of signups on the affiliate side to leverage my skill set with agencies.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know a lot, man. I mean, this, even when I hopped on there, I was like, it's good stuff.
Good.
So yeah, I mean, I can show you my setup. I don't know what I could do or how it would work. I have two agency accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you said like AI bot, I can like use a code. Is that right?
Yeah. So you
Because
have
right
two
now,
agencies
oh, this is an individual account. Let me see.
to get into so whichever agency has the most sub accounts, it would help me the most. So you said you have an agency with like 100 subs in it. If you use
Yeah.
my code for AI employee, and if your clients on AI employee, many of them unlimited.
Yeah, they're on the pay per message, a lot of
Okay.
them.
So once we roll this out, hopefully, well,
Bless you.
if they go unlimited, it'll benefit me a lot because 100 accounts. If I got $40 per month per each account, which is what I would get if they all went unlimited, that's not anything to sneeze at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What is that? It's still what is that? $4 grand a month, or is that more?
I think it's four. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it doesn't cost you any more. We'll start. So if you just put my code in and then turn it on for one sub account unlimited, that's all you need for membership. And then we'll just do a killer job with your build out of your AI system so that all your agents want to turn it on. And then that would be fire.
Okay, so I mean, what about my main account? Could I just do that?
Yeah, that's the only one I have on my account.
So what would I do here? Just,
So you go to and this is the one that has all your agencies, your brokerages in it.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Cool. So you go to the agency settings, AI employee, manage your offer in the top right, and then you enter mass market AI, just like this.
So I go to settings.
And then AI employee, and this is in the agency view.
Wow. If it's not on rebilling, does that mean we're paying for it?
Yes.
Holy cow. Per account?
Yeah. They're really expensive. Do you know how to check you should check this screen. So look, I'm gonna show you how you keep this from happening. So you need to have the rebilling on for anyone the feature's on, or you are paying for it. And it's like 2 cents per message, so that adds up.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna want to go and take a look at your agency dashboard and click rebilling right here. And then are you looking at my screen?
Yeah.
You want to uncheck include only rebuild transactions, and it's going to help you pinpoint anything that's not being covered properly. So see, I'm immediately saying, what the hell is this? What? So
So that's under agency dashboard and then rebilling.
yes, better be mass market AI. It's
Yeah,
still so
mine
expensive.
says negative 5K.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, that was a productive meeting.
yeah.
um, and bro, I'm really glad that you found that. I had the same realization not too long ago. Um, and you know why? So look, what I'm seeing here in my side is that my usage is like steady. But what happens, the reason why in my whole agency I went so negative It must have been because I didn't have as much income coming from. Yeah, it's just because one of my main clients stopped using
I see.
𝗀𝗃 connector. But yeah, so this is how you check that out. This is how you fix it. Until they made this dashboard, it was damn near impossible to catch this stuff, bro.
Really? So yeah, I'm like looking at mine right now. I turned off include all rebilling. So this just shows like,
Include only rebuilds. So this means like only the ones who
oh, so we're not bad, right?
no, the include only rebuild won't show how the hell? It won't show ones where you didn't have that rebilling toggled on.
Oh, this one won't. So this will show me what.
Right. So if you had rebilling turned on for all sub accounts for every single feature, then the only difference in these two screens would be your agency sub account, which is probably not being rebuilt. But if you have other accounts that aren't being rebuilt because the feature is not turned on, then it would be more than just your agency sub account that it is causing the difference there. So what I'm seeing, bro. Okay, I need to go month to month so I can stop tripping. Let me go to just this month. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, I just had my biggest sub account. It was my old credit repair business. I sold it to my partner. They just started using a different SMS system. And so that's why last month there was so much revenue. And then this month I was $1,000 at cost because I didn't have them covering my usage. But yeah, so you're gonna need to dig through that and you're gonna probably be able to save yourself a lot. But you need to go. Do you know how to turn on rebilling for all the features? You want me to show you how to confirm this stuff real quick?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Got you. So you can go into your sub accounts. You want to check your SaaS configurer to make sure that when you create sub accounts, rebilling is turned on for everything. But if you already created the sub accounts, then you're going to need to go and do manage client. This one may not be on SaaS, so it may not be able to show you what I'm trying here. Rebilling. You go into rebilling here and you need to make sure each one of these things is turned on for each one that's in SaaS mode. So it's not shown in here. Let me go to one that's actually in SaaS mode. So first off, if they're not in SaaS mode, they need to be in SaaS mode for you to have rebilling on.
I have them all in SaaS mode.
Okay. And then once they're in SaaS mode, go to manage client. Oh, my back. And then go to rebilling and make sure every single one of these puppies is turned on.
Okay. And do you turn you kind of increase it a little bit? I see, like on all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, 2x.
2x.
Yep, unless they complain.
Cool.
And then most people will never notice that. And when I first started my agency, I thought 2x was way too much. And I actually just like over the past 2 years have slowly realized like, first off, what if you get a stripe hold? And now or you have a stripe loan, for instance, they're gonna take all these percentages out and you're gonna be going negative on your usage. You need to have some margin in there in case something like that happens. You don't want to have to go to them after you get the reserve. You know what I mean? And they're taking a percentage. You want to have it at 2x just for safety in the beginning, unless you absolutely have to have it less than 2x because someone said something to you in the sign up process or after.
Yeah.
So, so you want to do that, and then I think the AI employee stuff is all controlled in that other screen. So like everything is here except for the AI employee stuff. So you're gonna need to go through each sub account confirm these are all on and have them turn it up to 2x, I would say. Most people probably will never notice. And then you can turn that negative 5K into a positive 10K next month. Sound good?
Sounds
Turn
good.
that frown upside down.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Right.
Wow.
So now go to AI employee, and you're gonna want to go to manager offer. Just put my code right there, and hit. I think you hit edit code and save.
And this will only do it with my modern day brokerage account.
This will only do it with whichever agency you're in right here, and then you're only going to turn it on with one sub account. Yeah, if that's what you mean.
Okay, so once I do that, I can go into the community.
Yeah, as long as you leave it on with at least one, you're good. I'm gonna try to get you to turn them all on. The whole point of this is for GoHighLevel to incentivize me to do a blowout job on your AI employee.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the AI employees. I'm under.
Bro, you got a lot of business, and so I know I can help you even more than I just did right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, and we're fairly new. I mean, we've been around for a couple of years. Yeah, we're growing. We're growing pretty fast. We're starting to kind of venture into the partnership. So we've got a couple big brokerages that have like 200 offices. So that's like our next avenue. So I mean, we just need to keep making our product better. Like AI's here, systems are here. Like I have to either like I want to optimize them because I know that a lot of
Yeah.
our clients aren't using it. So I'm trying to
Well,
I'm trying to look for the AI employee.
you're back in the agency view in the settings, right?
No, I'm under my sub account
You got
because
to go agency.
I don't want to change it for all of them. It's not going to do that, is it?
No. You have to, once you put my code in, then you go down here and you have to do change subscriptions. Type. Change plan. So you go first, you're gonna put my code right here. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't change anything besides gives me the affiliate credit. And then after that, you're gonna go to the sub account you want. First off, you're gonna make sure the rebilling is on for every single one that's in SaaS mode. And then you're gonna go to this just your main sub account and hit change plan and switch over. Just for one. And then I'm gonna go over here and go ahead and get you access to everything while you do that. I love that I was able to show you that, and I guarantee
Oh,
there's a ton.
that was so valuable, man. Like you said, I mean, even my business partner, he's looking, he's like, hey, something's not right.
Yeah, how long you thought that, bro? So I learned all this from having just running our own business. I started running solar and credit in here, but it got way more complicated when I started running the agency, and we had those same problems. That's all I'm saying. So accessing.
So I'm under AI employees.
It's in the top right, manager offer.
Oh, manager offer. There we go. Someone put a code in here already.
Damn it. Can you hit edit or no?
What?
Can you hit edit or no?
No, yeah, I just don't know whose code that is. It might be one of like our developers or something.
Okay. Well, it's kind of funny because like once you save it, it usually won't let you change it. But then I went in here the other day and it was letting me change it again. And so I don't know how that.
It's mass market AI, right?
Yeah, just like I have up here on the screen, if you want to lay eyes on it.
Let me see.
I can even drop it in the Zoom chat for you. But
Oh no, yeah, I got it. Yeah, so I just put it right here. Make sure I did it right. So I did mass market AI.
Right. That's it. Yep. And then you just go to that's it. There's the three dots. And then I'm adding your access and you'll get invitations to the
So if I change plan, will it be unlimited still anyways?
Help me understand what you mean. Like,
It's
if
asking me
you
to change plan right here.
were you on unlimited already?
Yeah.
Oh, well then you shouldn't have to change plan again. You're good. As long as you had one on unlimited, that's already good. I was assuming you didn't have any that were on unlimited.
Okay, so as long as I have your reference code there, we're good then?
Yeah, did it save? It should be grayed out where you can't edit it now.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to see in my dashboard too. I should probably just get an email. I just emailed you a shoot, bro. There we go. Yeah. I just sent you an email with a Loom video to get access. And then code added. There you go.
I got
Let me
all of these on, you're saying?
yeah.
Wow, so a lot of these aren't even in SAS mode.
Oh
Holy.
shit. Oh, I mean, sometimes it's yeah, that would mean it would be billing to you, I think. Dude, I realized the same thing just a few months ago. You know what else I realized? That if you go into your SaaS account settings, like you can give people a credit for usage every month, and I was giving a lot of people $100 credit every month for a year, for like a year and a half.
So
Yep.
you were getting billed that or
I was paying for their text messages for the first $100 for like all my clients. And so that's another thing you want to check, and you can check that also in the same screen. Um, let's go back into here, sub accounts, and I'll show you where it shows up. Because while they're checking to make sure all those rebillings are on, you're gonna want to look at this too. All right. So I think it was right here. It was saying $100 right there because that was like a default setting in high level. So make sure you look at that and just make sure that's zero. Make sure there's
and
no
then what does
rollover.
that do? Does it just charge them as they go?
Yeah, like what a credits are means like you're gonna pay for their first. You're gonna get charged by Twilio and you're not gonna get paid for the first $100 or whatever it is a month. So you can offer this and say, hey, yeah, it costs this much for text messages, this much for phone, and you get XYZ credits per month complimentary, which I would never do. You're gonna pay for all your text messages and all your emails and everything.
Yeah, I think I give everyone like $10 a month right now. Because I see it getting
I
billed
mean,
in my Stripe.
$10 is fine, but damn sure not 100 like we were doing, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's still like $1,000 a month.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's something to consider because I bet your clients don't care about that $10. You know what I
No,
mean?
they don't. And then
So
it just
take
adds up.
take that $1,000 back. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, take that $1,000 back and hit those suckers with 2x on SaaS mode.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Uh, so that's that, my friend. And um, you should be good to go. Let me check my email and see if I got anything. I probably did. Boom. Here we go. And then it should, I don't know when your billing restarts. You're sure you're unlimited in one sub account?
Yeah, it's the one the modern day brokerage one. So
All right. Cool, bro. Well, you're all set. You can have your team go in and check out that course. I'll be texting you whatever the training of the day is going to be about 3 times a week, and I'll be on there at 1 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And bro, if you could make a just thinking like if you could make a quick testimonial video and just say how I just helped you and how much you'd likely just saved per year from that 15-minute call, that'd be fire.
yeah, so let me see. That was what, 5K a month? So that you just saved me what is that, 72,000 or something?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I don't think I've ever helped anyone that much that quick, but
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll send you a video.
I would love that, bro.
Awesome. I'll just shoot
Here,
it in a text. I'll send it over to you
can
through
either
the
I don't want the quality to be bad. Maybe I should text you off my actual cell phone.
Yeah, that's cool.
What's your phone number?
623 455.
Same one I have. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey
right there.
Siri, Text 623-455-1993. Hey Tristan, thank you so much. And if you could explain the break. Tristan, thank you so much. If you could explain the breakdown of the numbers when you make the video, that would be fire. All right. Thank you, Tristan. And I hope to see you soon. And then if you can
Sounds
send
good.
me a Loom video once you have those scenarios broken down, or if you want me to help you think through the different scenarios of the brokerage, takeaways for this, like if you can really clearly explain your research process on helping with the offer and the scenarios that you think these brokerages run into, like the different times their clients would text them or non-clients, through that whole process and the different scenarios that happen in each one, we can build something that's going to get them all to turn that on, and then I can get 40K a year off that, and we'll be closer to
It'll be
even.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds
Thank you,
good.
bro. I
Awesome.
appreciate you,
Appreciate
man.
you, man. All right.
You
Talk to
too.
you later. Bye.
You too.